So, WrestleMania. When they used the tagline for WrestleMania 33, the ultimate thrill ride, I, just like so many of you, rolled my eyes and thought it was some stupid, catchy slogan that they just wanted to get over and they kept on shoving it down our goddamn throats. But this was an ultimate thrill ride in some sort of way. Beginning started really good. Had its ups, had its downs. Was up, was pretty exciting. And then when it ended, you thought to yourself, wow, that was it. Not disappointing that was it, it was just, that was it. It's over. And by the way, this ended until like 12 o'clock a.m. Eastern time, so, and it's like I'm about to be 11 mine because I've been trying to gather all this in and just put it out there, even though I know it's probably going to be long as hell. So if it's long, forgive me, please. So we start off the pre-show. I'm not going to say much into it other than Neville beating Austin Aries. Yay. Guys know how I feel with the cruiserweights, alright. Onto the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Mojo Rawley wins because his good buddy Rob Gronkowski of the Patriots helped them win. Very face-like, right? A lot of people love the Patriots, right? I know I do, but... And then finally, Baron Corbin, Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose wins, keeps his IC title because the rise and fallen. Dean Ambrose continues. Dean Ambrose, WWE Champion, heading to SummerSlam. Lisa needs braces. SummerSlam. But Dean Ambrose retains his title in the pre-show of WrestleMania. Still want to argue about The Miz not making the IC title relevant. So we go on to start off the show. We have Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles. Of course, you also had Tanesh, or whatever the hell she was. I know people were just perving over her boobs, just hanging out. I know, I never heard of her in my life, alright? I'm sorry. I just haven't. So, calm down. And then the New Day came out, but... So, Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles. And I thought this was really weird of it being a one-on-one, just a regular contest. I was like, Shane usually needs weapons and no DQ matches and street fights or whatever to get himself over, so this is really odd. But overall, not a bad match to start off the night. I had a feeling it was. A lot of people were like, oh my god, AJ's gonna face Shane. This is gonna suck. Look, it was a good match. One of the better matches of the night. Quite enjoyable. I liked it. He had a ref bump, which meant LOL, time to get the weapons out, bro. And out came Trash Can, coast to coast. AJ kicked out. Then you had the weirdest botch shooting star press attempt ever by Shane McMahon. So I remember Brock Lesnar was laughing his ass off watching this backstage. Like, what was this? Like, I know Shane wasn't supposed to execute it right, and Shane had never tried it before, but the fuck? So, by the way, this just bothers me, the fact that, I don't want to sound smarky, but the fact that they treat the Styles Clash an actually good-looking maneuver, just like a clothesline, is just stupid. But AJ hits the phenomenal forearm, 1, 2, 3, AJ wins. So, yeah, Shane did what Jericho should have done last year, get pinned by AJ. So then we move on to the United States title match in Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho. Kind of cool entrance by Jericho. He had the countdown back, and he had the big list of Jericho on the ramp stage. That was kind of cool. I knew Owens was going to win. Jericho's got to go off to be with his Fozzy baby for like 6 months. So we won't see Jericho until like October now. So yeah, Kevin Owens wins. Moving on. Sorry, I'm telling you, I cannot get invested into a big fat bear dude that doesn't look like he bathes, okay? I've said this before and I'm saying it again. What's up with you guys liking guys that don't bathe? Dean Ambrose, perfect example. Guy who doesn't bathe. The guy looks like he freaking bathes in a dumpster while his freaking Canadian girlfriend drinks Tim Hortons? God. So then we move on to another match I could give a rat's ass about. I love how they got rid of the matches I could give rest ass about, mainly in the beginning. The Fatal 4-Way Elimination match for the Raw Women's title, Nia Jax versus LeBron versus Charlotte Flair's son. Charlotte Flair versus the Sesame Street kid known as Bailey. As I said, this match was kind of predictable. Didn't give a damn about it. All three women basically beat Nia Jax on her own. Charlotte eliminated Sasha. Bailey eliminated Charlotte with her worst impression of the Macho Man elbow drop. Still better than CM Punk's, but still not that great. Listen, if Bailey was going to become Bailey, the original, now I get it, WWE doesn't think of planning ahead of time because they're stupid. If the WWE was going to have Bailey, hypothetically speaking, win at Mania and pin Charlotte, wouldn't it make more sense for Charlotte to win at Fastlane and then don't have Charlotte defend the title until tonight at WrestleMania so that Bailey could win the title and end the streak in a big WrestleMania moment? No. And I don't even like Bailey, and I'm just suggesting this. I prefer Charlotte over Bailey. At least Charlotte can get some reaction. Bailey, it's like, I'm starting to think even 7-year-old girls don't even like her. So then we move on to the ladder match, and this is when it started getting good. Now, of course, before that, you had the Hall of Famers come out. It was really cool. By the way, Kurt Angle's Hall of Fame speech, A freaking plus. That was amazing. And good You Suck chance, by the way. So then we move on to the ladder match for the Raw Tag Team titles, which you had Enzo and Cass, versus Sheamus and Cesaro, and the Ball Jobbers known as Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. So then the New Day came out, and they said that they're going to make it a Fatal 4-Way, and that they added a new team in there. And I'm thinking, no freaking way. Delete. Chants started coming, and next thing you know, Matt and Jeff Hardy's music started playing, and out came the Hardy Boys. So I'll just get to my whole point in a second. But this was actually a pretty good match. Not too bad. Pretty entertaining. Crazy to think that the Hardy Boys have been in 2 ladder matches in the last 24 hours. I believe they were in one against the little vanilla midgets that no one cares about, and all they try to do is super kicks, and the Young Bucks. And them for the ROH Tag Team titles. So kind of cool that the fact that they were in 2 ladder matches in 24 hours. But anyways, the Hardys win. Good. And crazy to think that within like in a month and a half span, the Hardy Boys were the TNA Tag Team Champions, the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, and the Raw Tag Team Champions. Can't say they're not getting the belts, but yeah. Usually I'm all for the young talent. I said beforehand that if Enzo and Cass didn't win this, what the hell's the point? Putting the Hardy Boys in here, to me, I think they deserve one more last run. Jeff has said himself he's always wanted one more match at WrestleMania. And, this might just be it, but if that's the case, oh well. They've already accomplished more than the Dudley Boys did when they freaking came in there. Came back, I should say. So, yeah. I know people are hoping that they bring in the delete gimmick. Me, I'm not hoping up to that because they don't have creative control of that like they did in TNA, aka Impact Wrestling. And 2, you saw what WWE tried doing with the total deletion with the, Wyatt and New Day. And it became weird and racist immediately. So, yeah, moving on. Hangings. You had the mixed tag match between I love you and his girlfriend, which, by the way, I'm all for Wonder Woman and Superman being together. But what the hell was it with them running together? It just looked so off and so weird. I know Cena's not an athlete, he's a bodybuilder, but what the fuck was him running? I know he usually runs weird, but my god, it was like extra weird. So then they were facing, of course, Frenchie and her awesome husband, The Miz, in a really short match. And Al Roker was their special guest ring announcer. Who the hell cares about Al Roker in freaking 2017? This was 1994, and he was fat and jolly. Sure, why not? Now he's like. So this match was short. Wasn't that great. As I said again on Twitter, the build-up was great. The match was meh. So, yeah, Cena and Nikki win, and unsurprisingly enough, John Cena proposes marriage. Nikki says yes. They hug, they kiss, they're happy, yay. So who's ready for a prenup on Total Bella / Total Divas? Okay, so then we move on to the non-sanction match, Triple H and Seth Rollins, where Triple H apparently has hit midlife crisis mode. Granted, he came out with Metallica, cool, badass. But he came out in a motorcycle. Triple H does know he's like 47 years old, right? I mean, I know he had his wife behind him, but yeah, it's probably his idea, actually. And then Seth Rollins came out looking like a power. What's up with Seth Rollins looking like a Power Ranger? I don't get it. Maybe he was a big Power Ranger fan. Even though I think that's more of Xavier Woods. I'll put that down. I gotta let that joke go, just like everybody else should. Triple H and Seth Rollins, really weird, because I think a lot of people picture this match being really good, and this match was kind of, kind of disappointing actually. I get it, Triple H. I mean, he had to kill freaking Seth Rollins' leg the whole entire time, but it seemed like that's all he was doing, and it just lasted long and long and long. And then finally, God put his freaking wife through a table by accident, and then next thing you know, Seth hits the pedigree on freaking Triple H, which I didn't want to happen because freaking I knew this match was going to be nothing but pedigrees, and it happened anyway, so yeah. At least Seth Rollins won. Thank God. Literally. Thank God. So then we go on to the WWE title match, and what the fuck was this? Alright, I'm not even saying about the Pitbull Flow Rider performance, because you know what? I didn't have a problem with that performance. You need a piss break. It's probably the last time you'll ever hear that song, unless they play it again on Raw. And you know what? I'm one of those rare people that actually don't mind Flow Rider or Pitbull, so whatever. The WWE title match, this was weird as hell. Okay, the whole maggots in the ring with the lights and like Orton coming out with his like Legend Killer entrance with the whole pyro and what the hell was this? I mean, no one thought that Bray was gonna win. At least no one's sane. But and the match was just weird. It was slow. It was boring, and it was just there. This is for your WWE title, by the way. So, which is like what, 12th world title, 13th, somewhere in there. So yeah, Orton wins. Lol, Bray Wyatt being a real world champion. Speaking of that, we got the Universal title match. Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg in a short but not bad match, actually. They beat the holy hell out of each other in about less than 5 minutes, and Brock Lesnar won with like 10 suplexes, I believe, and what was it, an F5 to win it. So yeah, Brock wins. See you at SummerSlam, Brock. Nah, you think he actually might defend it in 4 weeks at Payback, but we shall see. So then we go on to the Sick Pack Challenge, where supposedly there was rumors of possibly Kelly or Eve Torres or Victoria, some former female talents being involved. Yeah, we had none of that. Instead, you had Naomi, the hometown girl, Glow, versus How You Doing, versus Uncle Brett, versus the Fiery Lass, versus Mickey, I'm proud to be Indian once a year, James, and the wannabe Harley Quinn dressed up as Suicide Squad colors, Alexa Bliss. This was stupid. This was just comedy. Alright, I mean, don't believe me. You have freaking Ellsworth come in there and he got his ass kicked by Becky. I like Becky and I can't stand Ellsworth, but what the hell? And then within like 3 minutes later, Naomi makes Alexa tap out. Yay, the hometown girl wins. Watch her lose in like 48 hours. Alexa on freaking SmackDown Live. But, by the way, it's really weird not having Morrow. I mean, I know I made jokes about him getting abducted by aliens, but seriously, him being bipolar and apparently having depression problems right now, that's something not joke about or mess with. So I hope he's okay. No seriousness. But back to this. I don't care about Naomi. I've said it before. I said it in my Elimination Chamber review. I don't care about her. She doesn't wrestle well, in my opinion. Her gimmick is stupid. She's boring. She has no mic skills whatsoever. And I can't take her seriously. I'm sorry, I can't take someone seriously when they were a funkadactyl and their finisher for the longest time was their ass bumping into your face. But hey, feel the glow. Fucking shit. I never want to hear that ever again. So then we go on to the main event. Jim Ross came out to be the guest commentator, and I thought, whoa, we all know what this is happening. This is main eventing, and Jim Ross is coming out here. So we have the big dog versus the big dog, and I was really disappointed. There was no dog bowl, there was no cage, there was no crate, there was no dog bone either. What the hell, WWE? No, I'm joking. Seriously, though. This was depressing. And this is coming from someone that's actually more supportive of Roman Reigns now than I was 365 days ago. We all know this all had to happen one day, sooner or later. And I was going to make a separate video of this, but I might as well just put it in here. Because that video will be like 25 minutes long, just like this, not more. We all knew one day The Undertaker was going to pass the torch. And I know many people argue, well, he should have done that at WrestleMania 30 when he lost to fucking Brock Lesnar in the streak ended. And the more I think about it, the more probably that should have been Taker's last match. Or one could even argue Taker's last match possibly could have been the end of an era when he faced Triple H at WrestleMania 28 and Shawn Michaels was the guest referee in that Hell in a Cell. Because afterwards, it kind of went downhill for Taker. And yeah, he beat Bray Wyatt, cool, but we're Bray Wyatt now. And last year, he beat, who was it, Shane in a meh match. I mean, the only thing memorable about that was Shane collapsing through the announce table. So, but I guess if there was a big athletic guy that you would give the torch to from The Undertaker, it would be Roman Reigns. And I know a lot of you don't like hearing that and you disagree. That's fine. That's fine. You're allowed to have your own opinion. It's okay. But this was just something. This was just a bunch of Superman punches, a bunch of choke slams, a depressing looking last ride. Weird looking tombstones, and then like 4 spears. And that was pretty much. Oh, by the way, this was no holds barred at the last second, which was really weird because you thought, okay, maybe Reigns turning heel, maybe God himself is gonna come out and clap and be like, oh yeah, remember Rollins was Plan B and fat, unwashed bear Kevin Owens was Plan C. This is Plan D. Hey D, speaking of wife, but this was not great. But I understand why I was here. This was like a slap in the face to all Undertaker or wrestling fans that, hey, this is why this man should retire. And I'm not blaming it all on Taker. Reigns, he tried. But, him getting pinned and then leaving his hat, his jacket, his gloves in the middle of the ring and then quietly walking away was like, that's it. WrestleMania 30, you thought, okay, this could be it. It most likely is it, but this is like a guaranteed, practically. This is it. So, yeah, I know it's trending, I believe. I don't know if say nationwide or worldwide. I'm going to say nationwide in the U.S., of course. Of hashtag thank you Taker. And I think that's what I'll probably put the title of this video. Because I, like a lot of you, grew up with The Undertaker. I mean, when The Undertaker debuted, I was literally a month old. So, the fact that the man has been in the WWE for 17 years, excuse me, 27 years, and he never jumped ship during the Attitude Era. Everybody and their mothers was jumping ship, basically. He was always loyal. He did everything he could for business. And I know, remember, even before that, he was in WCW with that Teddy Long, player. Was his manager. And it's just really, I mean, like I said, we knew one day this was going to happen. It's just you come finally to the realization it happened. And it brings up to my original point. This was the ultimate thrill ride. Overall, it was a good Mania. It reminded me of like a movie. Overall, good movie. The ending was depressing as hell, though. So, yeah, my own childhood is dying right now as we speak. But, hey, the guy's like, what, 53, 54? You could tell his body's just not the same. It's broken down. So, if the guy wants to leave in the sunset with his wife, Michelle McDaker, and his daughter that apparently no one sees the face of ever, so be it, man. Let the man be happy. He has nothing to prove. So don't blame Reigns, don't blame Vince, don't blame the WWE. This is Taker. Alright? Taker has the final say to it when his matches. And if he gives a nod to Roman Reigns, and whether you like Roman Reigns or not, and if you're a big Taker fan, you should at least try to respect that. And try to be happy. So, anyways, guys, that's it for me. I'm sorry for that little monologue at the end. I just felt like it was needed to be said. This video is probably like, what, half an hour now by now? 21 minutes. Alright, so it's not as long as I thought it was, but it's getting there. Anywho, hope you guys enjoyed WrestleMania. I want to know what you guys thought. Comment down below if you would like to share your thoughts on it. If you'd like to see more content like this, subscribe down below. And follow me on Twitter for my rants, me being a wise ass and me just being stupid. Follow me on Twitter, link down in the description box, and check out whippawsgames.com. It's a cool, free, family-friendly website that involves games, obviously, with games in the title, so check it out. And that's it for me, you guys. Hope you guys have a good night / morning, because by the time this is uploaded, it's probably morning for most of the country in the United States. I don't know where you are in the world watching this, so please don't judge me. So that's it for me. Hope you all take care. Catch you all later, and wow, what a WrestleMania. Peace.